Hello, this is Ixion, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Today, we're going to do more Chocobo racing. No, actually, well, yeah, we are doing Chocobo racing, but it's not the same as the last time. No, I'm going to be saving that for later. Yeah, way later in my life. But anyway, we got another Chocobo race here. Basically, what you got to do is you got this long, winding path here, and you got to get down to the bottom center area before the other Chocobo does. You start on opposite sides here, and what I want to do is I want to grab this chest here, because if you do that, haha, you get a shortcut down here, and that makes it immensely easier to win the race. Now, this is just to get the one item that we're really here for anyway. All you gotta do is win the race, boom, you get your item, it's over and done with. But if you want to get more prizes, you can. But anyway, for winning the race, we get the Cloudy Mirror, which we need in order to unlock the ultimate weapons in the game. I think I was saying something last time that this race doesn't have anything to do with the ultimate weapons, and, well, I misspoke, is what I meant. So now what I want to try and do is, I want to try and do a little better than that. So, sure, let's give it a try. Okay, this is take 3 of the race here, trying to get the real prize that I want. Basically, the way the race works now is you want to get as many chests as you can while still beating the other Chocobo down to the lower center platform area there. Basically, the more chests you get, the better your prizes are going to be. And also, you see those colored rods? You absolutely don't want to touch them, because if you do, you will, it'll deduct a chest from your total there. So basically what I want to do is try and sneak past the Chocobo there, and we should be good. Just be real careful. Yeah, the camera angle makes it kind of tricky, because you'll be going in one direction, and then the camera angle will switch, and you'll just keep on going in that direction and hit a pole or something if you're not careful. But anyway, alright. So we got 3 chests, no poles. We get 3 wings to discovery. Those are really nice. Those can be used for customizing the triple AP ability, which I'm not going to use them for. They're also used for the, what is it? There's another ability you can get with that. Oh, now I have to look it up. But, well, I'm going to save first. Yeah, let's just save there. Yeah, triple AP is for the weapons. Let's see. Break HP limit is for the armors there. But I'm not going to use either of those. The reason I wanted to get those was because, well, they can be pretty useful for Riku's mixing later on in the game. So, I'm not going to abuse it too much, but there are times when it could be useful. Oh yeah, there is one other thing I want to do here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's wait a moment.
Welcome, Yuna.
Hey, Belgemine. How's it going?
What is this place?
You live here?
Remiem Temple. Once a great religious center in the Calm Lands, lost after the battle with Sin.
Nice place you got here.
And this is your home? What? You got something against company?
Well, she's right next to Bavel.
It's a long story. Easier perhaps to show you.
What do you mean?
You're dead, too.
How many dead people do we got around here,
Don't
anyhow?
just yet. There is still one thing left for me to do here. With the help I can give, a young summoner might just be able to defeat Sin.
I would think dead people couldn't
Well,
summon.
Yuna, I challenge you. If you cannot beat me, you'll never beat Sin.
But, sure, why not? So anyway, we gotta challenge her Valifor.
Very well. Before we begin...
You can only challenge aeons
Are you
that
ready?
you've already collected yourself. So, well, she's got 5 there. So, we're gonna have to challenge her with our 5. Not consecutively, just one at a time. One thing you do want to do before fighting Belgemine here is you want to make sure all of your aeons overdrives are full, and you want to make sure Yuna's overdrive gauge is full. So for Valifor, I'm going to be using Ixion. Now, Valifor has 20,000 HP. So, first things first, let's use Hellfire. You could use whatever aeons you want. For these fights, I'm just using Ifrit just because there's no particular reason in this fight. I'm mostly using Ifrit here because I want to use other aeons in other fights. This fight, not really so specific to what aeon I want to use, but I'm using Ifrit because, well, I'm using the other ones in other fights, yeah. Oh yeah, well, Ifrit can heal himself. That's one of the reasons why I want to use him here. Okay, now let's see. Basically what I want to do to finish him off is use my overdrive, but I'd only deal 19,998 total damage, and he has 20 grand. So, what I want to do, let's heal up just a little more just to be safe, because he might use, like, Energy Ray. Even though his overdrive isn't full, they'll still deal a lot of damage, but I should be able to survive now. And with my overdrive, then I should be able to finish him off. Okay, there we go. One thing I'm also going to do in these fights is I'm going to be using a different Aeon for each fight, partially to mix it up, but also because, well, I don't feel like using an Aeon, going back out to fight a battle, charging it up its overdrive, and then coming back again. You know, let's just knock this out. Now, this is a side quest. You don't have to do this right now if you don't want to. In fact, well, you don't ever have to do this, really. But I'm doing this now just because, well, I think it's appropriate to do it now, and if you really wait until later in the game, these fights are going to be way too easy. So I figured, yeah, let's try to pretend this game actually has some amount of challenge to it.
And for that, I'm glad.
But anyway, alright.
It may come in handy.
So for defeating her, we get lightning gems. I heard that if you didn't win like one of those Aeon items from her earlier, you'd get that instead. I've never done that before because I've always gotten them on the first try, but, well, if you didn't, you could now. So anyway, okay, so now what I want to do, let's see. Ixion. With those lightning gems that we just got there, I want to learn Thundaga. Yeah. And as long as we're doing this stuff, one thing I want to do for a later fight is I want Valifor to learn Faraga. If you don't have the fire gems, you can steal them from the Flans in the Calmlands there. So, yeah, real easy to get that for Valifor there. Let's see, anything else? I think that should be good for now. Okay, time for round 2.
If you've got what it takes to beat Sin, I should be no more than a bump in your path, right?
Well, I'm kind of going to die if we defeat Sin, so... Well, anyway. Let's take on Ifrit.
Before we begin...
You could fight Valifor again and get, like, a really bad prize for it. But, I think you get, like, power spheres or something ridiculously pointless. So, yeah, totally not worth it. Oh, and I've also... If you didn't know from earlier in the game, I've also disabled like long Aeon animations and overdrives and all that stuff, just so this won't take forever to get through. But at least we're getting some good showtime for the Aeons now. Now this time I'm going to be using Ixion. Now I know what you're thinking here. H.C. Bailey, why don't you use an Aeon that has like an ice summon or something like that? Let's see. Okay. Let's use Thor's Hammer. Yeah. Thor's Hammer! But yeah, the thing is, like, if I used Shiva, yeah, I'd be able to deal a lot of damage to Ifrit, because he'd be weak to ice, but Shiva would also be weak to fire. And, well, that would be really, really bad. So I want to use a summon here that can heal itself, but isn't weak to fire. Okay, let's see. Let's go with a good Thunder ought to do. Just heal up just a little bit. Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's use Thundaga. Yeah, Ifrit has no elemental affinity one way or the other to Thundaga. He has 28,000 HP, by the way. So you want to keep that in mind. So So basically, one more Thundaga and another Overdrive, and we should be in really good shape. Okay, Thundara. I'm gonna play it safe. I do not want to die here. Okay, let's go with Thundaga and then another Overdrive, and that ought to be good. Oh! Ugh. I was hoping that would deal over 4,000 damage. That's... whatever. Thundara. And hopefully he won't kill me. Okay, good, good. Thor's Hammer! And we'll go. Yeah! Got it. Yeah, pretty much all your summons should be dealing max damage with their overdrive, so it's pretty easy to do the numbers, or the math,
Stop.
whatever.
That is enough.
But, alright, got it.
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I am glad.
I'm glad you kicked my
Take
ass
this. It
again.
may come in handy.
For like, what, the 5th time now? Something like that? But okay, now before moving on to the next one, I want to save. So I will be right back. Okay, we're back.
If you've got what it takes to beat sin, I should be no more than a bump in your path.
Now the next
Right.
one is, in my opinion, well, it might be the hardest one of
Very
the first
well.
5
Before we
that
begin-
we fight here.
Now, are you ready?
At least I've had some trouble with them. Because Ixion has 30,000 HP. And he's really fast, too. He gets haste on himself. Holy cow. That could be really bad for us.
Choose your Aeon well, Summoner.
Okay, so, for this one, I want to use Grand Summon Bahamut. The reason I want to use Grand Summon with Bahamut is because, well, the way it works is whenever you Grand Summon an Aeon, it fills up its overdrive gauge. But H.C. Bailey, your overdrive gauge is already full. Well, in this case, if it's already full, you get 2 overdrives you can use consecutively. So yeah, that's really nice for Bahamut, because Bahamut can't heal himself. So let's get a couple Watergas in there. Ixion is weak to water, by the way. Okay, that ought to be good enough. So let's see, I need to deal at least 12 grand per overdrive now. Ow, this could get dicey. I might lose if he gets in 2 attacks here. But I have to try. Like I said, nice thing about Bahamut is that he can break the damage limit inherently, unlike the other Aeons. For now, that is. Please defend, or thank you. I was gonna say, please defend or do something useless, which he usually does by now. Usually he doesn't wait until the last second to do that, but it worked out also. Hooray! And this is why I wanted to save. Just in case. Because he almost had me. If he does attacks every round, there's no way I'm going to win with this one. No way.
Stop. That is enough.
Whew!
Ah, you have made some progress. And for that, I am glad. Take this. It may come in
Anyway,
handy.
for defeating Ixion, we get Chocobo Feathers. If you didn't customize initiative for Waka on his capture weapon, you might want to do that
You've
now.
got quite a name to live up to, daughter of Braska.
Because that's what the Chocobo Feathers are for. If you didn't get them earlier like I did, then, well, now you would be able to. So let's go against Shiva next.
Very well. Before we begin,
Hopefully you've taught Faraga
Are you
to Valafor. If you haven't, well, maybe get Fira, and if you haven't done that, well, you're screwed. No. No, you could cast fire or do some other things. Nice thing about Shiva is that she doesn't have that much HP at all. She only has, let's see, 20,000 HP. And
Choose your
yeah, she's
aeon
not
will.
that hard at all. So, okay, so first things first, let's summon Valifor. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want to use Valifor in this fight, because Valifor doesn't have that much HP and can't heal him or herself. So let's go with a good Faraga here. So basically, I want to use Valifor on what I think is the weakest summon for us to fight against, Shiva. Okay, 2 of those. That's below 10 grand. Now all I need to do is survive and use Energy Blast. Okay, there we go. Easy enough. So yeah, part of the reason why... Oh, I forgot to mention against Ixion, part of the reason why I wanted to use Bahamut there was because of Bahamut's massive HP pool compared to the other summons there. Shiva doesn't have as much HP, so I don't need a summon that has that much HP, nor do I really need the ability to heal.
Ah, you have made some progress, and for that,
So that's why I'm
I'm
kind of
glad.
I planned it out
Take
like this.
It may come in handy.
But alright. And once again, I'm going to save before the next one, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And good thing I saved, because I forgot to do something else before this one. We're going to be using Shiva for this fight, and I want to teach her Blizzaga. Fortunately, I have the ice gems to do that. If you don't, well, it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice. It'll make life a lot easier for us.
You've got quite a name to live up to, daughter of Braska.
Well, I'll do the best I can.
Very well.
Last one.
Before we begin,
The King of Dragons.
are you ready?
Well, okay, there's Shinru, but well, that's not until later, viewers. Well, Shinru's the god, not the king, but whatever. How hard could he possibly be? Answer, very hard. He's got 35,000 HP, so this one's going to take quite a while. And that's why I want to use Shiva for this fight, because, well, she can heal herself.
Choose your aeon will, summoner.
Okay, so, first things first, summon last one. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop out here. No fancy entrance or anything like that. Can you hold that for me? Thanks. Okay, so, first things first, Diamond Dust. The reason why I like to use an overdrive at the beginning of the battle is so that way, well, it gives me time to build up another one. Ow. One of the reasons why I want to use Shiva in this fight is because she normally has really, really good evasion. But for some reason, she didn't avoid that hit there. So, yeah, and Bahamut will counterattack just about anything you do. So the idea is to use Blizzaga and... Ow. Let's try another one. He won't kill me with another counterattack. So yeah, use Blizzaga, force him to counterattack so that way it builds up my overdrive. Let's see. So I'm going to need one more hit plus another overdrive. So first things first, let's Blizzara myself. Get back up to full there. I really hope he doesn't get his overdrive going that quickly. Let's just use Blizzaga anyway. I have the MP. I don't need that much damage, but it should get the job done. Man, what happened to your evasion, Shiva? I mean, I guess I win anyway, but... Ha! Gotcha. Yeah, normally Shiva evades a lot of attacks, and that really helps build up her overdrive gauge, but apparently not today. Lucky I can heal myself there. That came a little closer than it usually does for me.
have made some progress, and for that, I am glad.
I'm glad you're
Take
able
this.
to beat up all your
It may come
own
in handy.
summons, instead of beating up all of mine, but for defeating the first 5 summons, we get the Flower Scepter, which... What does that thing do anyway? Well, let's find out here. If I can get to my key items there. Let's see. Something to do with an aeon. Well, we'll learn more about that later, viewers. So yeah, basically, I didn't really get a whole lot there that I'm going to be using in the near future. Oh well. But I wanted to do that now just because, well, we're in the area. It's easy enough to do. We can get a few rewards, so it's not the end of the world. Better than a sharp stick in the eye, so... And I wanted to do it while it was a reasonable challenge. We can go back there later to finish the side quest, but, well, we can't do anything right now because, well, we can't fight any more aeons that she's got. By the way, one other thing, also with the races here, the Chocobo race in the temple area here, you can get more prizes from it. I don't think any of them are really worthwhile, so I'm not going to do it, but you can if you want there. So, oh, and I'll also put a link in the video description for a map of the racetrack so you can see the path that I took to get all the way down there. But what do we get for capturing all the monsters in the Calmlands? Find out next time, and let's play Final Fantasy X. This is H.C. Bailey signing off. Have a good day.